Win Family Health is a faith-based child and family mental health network servicing youth and families with emotional, behavioral, and mental challenges. Our mission is to promote holistic, strength-based, and faith-based principles within the human service community. Our goal is to therapeutically support and strengthen youth, families, organizations, and communities through the creation of innovative services, products, and initiatives. Since 1992, WIN has helped thousands of Maryland youth, adults, and their families through its continuum of community-based treatment services and its holistic, strength-based philosophy of care. WIN recognizes the ever-changing needs of communities and continually seeks to meet those needs. In addition to its child placement services and training, WIN offers a therapeutic wellness center.
Every time I think about that whole principle and premise, it's just overwhelming, because you talk about taking off the layers of what's there. It's the same principle, to be able to look at the situation as God looks at us, because He had to look beyond all the stuff that covered us up, all the things that we were addicted to and sunk in and developed, and He looked past that and said, I see something in you greater than what's right there in your wrapping. In the same way we do with the kids and say, we see something valuable and precious in you. And we look down and we wrap up all the packages and all the things that are there, and we extract from them something precious. And that is so powerful for us to be able to approach people like that, because that's where you're really God-like in your response, because that's what Jesus did. Everybody else faulted everybody that He lifted up. And if we don't connect that, we talk about connecting it. If you keep that separation in your mind, you'll lose the whole purpose of this men's social, whether we keep talking about ministry and social work. It's got to be connected in your mind. And once it's connected in your heart, you say, God, I am doing bona fide ministry right now with this kid and family, and all I'm doing is utilizing some techniques to help me wade through it.
We learn how to engage family members, birth family members, how to work with, helping people to overcome the feelings of incompetency and the feelings of guilt that comes from losing your child and having your family broken up. So it's a lot of counseling skills, a lot of nurturing skills, parenting skills, and we learn how to activate dormant networks that are in families to support children. At WIN, we have a philosophy of really nurturing birth families. So we do a lot also of helping our host families to learn to nurture the birth families and teach our birth families what we have learned about taking care of their children.
But it's all coming from what you've already deposited in me. If you separate that, you'll always see a division. You'll always see this is contradicting with me, as opposed to saying, what in this can I use? You might not be able to use everything, because you might not be there right now, but use what you can and begin to apply it. And I'm telling you that it's powerful, and people will begin to see that you are finding the good in them. You're saying something good, you're finding something good, you're extracting the preciousness from them, and at that point, that's the only time you really deserve to be a spokesman. That's why He says, then you can become my spokesman, because you should not speak anything to anybody's life unless you can approach them from that format, that you're going to be looking for something good out of them. Because there's no place else that I know of, and I trust Ross because he's been around the nation as far as what was done in here. He's been around all types of different forms and fashion. When Ross said nobody else is doing this, that's something to get excited about.
So wanting to know that is important, because if you want to know that, you're serious, you need to know why what we're presenting to you will help you to be more effective, to reach your own goals. What is it based in? What is the history of it? What is the true evidence for its usability? And why this organization? Why WIN? Why Al Law? How did it come from the original work of Salvador Minuchin through Ross Ford and others into Baltimore? And then how did the time at Win Family Services create this clear step from structural to family strengthening, and how those things are tied together. So you need to know this, so you know that what you want, you can get from this process, and that the expertise and mastery is there with Win Family Services.